Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take a look at how things develop as we get into next weekend. Just take a little bit of a look forward and just see what goes on with the weather pattern over the next few days. Got some interesting stuff taking place in the tropics at the moment. We've got Tropical Storm Emily, which is going to be curving its way off eastern coasts of the States into the early part of next week. Now the interesting thing is we've got this jet stream across the Atlantic, and that could be picking up Emily and bringing her towards the British Isles and Europe during this forecast period. Now what we got here are the 10-day forecast means for the 500 millibar flow. That's basically the jet stream between day 7 and day 10, so that takes us to between Friday and also Sunday, and this is the ECMWF, this is the GFS, and what this is showing us is areas where heights are above normal, that's the red colours, and areas where heights are below normal, those are the blue colours. Now you can see that to the south of the British Isles during the period Friday to Sunday next week, we've got heights forecast to be above normal here across Central Europe. Well, just above normal, generally around normal across the British Isles, below normal to the north. Now that squeezes through the jet stream across the British Isles, bringing the potential for some unsettled conditions here, and the GFS tries to do it too. But what's interesting, GFS makes more of the trough out towards the west of the country. Now it's building warm air off the northeastern parts of the states into Greenland. Both models are doing that, and you can see how the ridge is built in those areas. So I think what the implications for this are that with that ridge building, the trough will strengthen to the north and the west of the British Isles, probably bringing fairly unsettled conditions across Scotland and Ireland. Unsettled with a lowercase u, we're talking outbreaks of rain, normal kind of summery conditions. To the south though, we could find a ridge of high pressure building in, very weak ridge of high pressure, 1016, 1017 millibar pressures at the surface, and perhaps the emphasis then goes on to dry conditions here, not completely dry, still got the chance of some showers or some light rain. But I think what we're trying to pick up on here is the idea that rainfall in the south is probably going to be on the light side, most of it concentrated across more northern and western parts of the country as we get through into the back end of next week and into next weekend. And what's interesting here is just to think about, well, what goes on with this ridge. My feeling is that this jet will remain established across the Atlantic into the middle part of August, so probably not a lot of changing conditions. It isn't going to be a washout by any means, but we do need to watch for the remains of Hurricane Emily coming in back end of next weekend into the beginning of the week after next, so that's around the 15th or 16th, and perhaps skirting up to the north and west of Scotland. We'll see what happens. That's the current thinking at the present time, and let me just show you the comparison between the charts as to how the forecast models are handling this. This is the ensemble model from the GFS. This is for a week on Sunday, so the 14th, and look, puts low pressure to the north of the country, but what's interesting is this trough at 500 millibars, look, extending north and west of the country, putting the emphasis of the more unsettling conditions there. Here's the jet stream coming across the Atlantic. Compare that with the ECMWF, and it's very similar. We've got the trough here, look, north and east of the country. It does try to develop separate areas of low pressure across western and northeastern parts of the country, but essentially the prediction from the model, the signal from the models is pretty much the same, that that trough is going to be there. So again, emphasising northern and western areas seeing most of the rainfall, eastern and southern areas probably seeing less. So I'll leave you with those thoughts. Keep the sun shining, and we'll monitor things over the next few days. Hope that's been useful. Thanks for watching.